Hi folks, I hope you are doing well. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Nick, we're on the zxspectrum 48K, or this was designed for 16K, but anyway, it's a Pac-Man variant called Pakacuda, published by Rabbit Software in 1983, coded by John F. Kane. Yes, it's a maze game. Pac-Man, the original from the arcades, was 1980. Now, let's define the keys. You know what I'm going to do, OP and Q and A, but essentially going around a maze. It's a different theme on this one. You're underwater. So instead of controlling Pac-Man, you're controlling a fish. And you've got to eat all these other smaller fish. The power pills are electric eels. And you're trying to avoid octopuses, octopi. I've been told the collection of octopuses really, because it's from the Greek, it should be octopode. But octopuses will do according to the dictionary. Right, I've got an electric eel. Good. So, you know, it's Pac-Man. It's like a walk gate from backward to forward. There's 3 modes, easy, medium and difficult. I imagine it's going to cycle through 3 of them. Normally in Pac-Man, the ghosts go about the same speed as the Pac-Man. Looks like this fish goes slightly quicker, so it can swim. Why is there a maze underwater? I do not know. So the high score is in the top right there in red. Then underneath is yellow is my score. And underneath, animated, is that fish gulping up and down, saying the spare men. It should say spare fish. Why is it saying men? It should say fish. Fish, 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 eating fish. Right, okay. So, you know what I've got to do? I've got to clear all the power pills. It's a Pac-Man variant, one I did not know about back in the day. Rabbit Software, 1983. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. That music that plays isn't too dissimilar from the original Pac-Man that played. The Pac-Man conversion, the official one, was done by Atari Soft, which probably is a bit better than this, but it's a good variant. But no, this one's quite good. It's moving quite well. The controls are a little bit awkward at the junctions. Atari Soft also did Mus Pac-Man, where you got a story there as well. So this is a lot more basic than Mus Pac-Man. As I say, controls take a little bit getting used to. You need to be a little bit precise. I don't think it's programmed in BASIC, but it feels like it's not too far off, if you know what I mean. Now, what I want to see is if the mazes changes colours from one to another. I'm presuming that they don't. Octopus hate fish, or something like that. So the power pill only lasts a certain amount of time. It's one of these games where I think, although I'm not the greatest of coders, I think I might have been able to come up with something fairly similar. Fish is swimming around, but it's Pac-Man essentially. Now, nowadays they probably get sued completely, but the amount of Pac-Man variants was absolutely crazy. One of my favourite ones is on the Atari 2600 called Aliens, or Alien, or one of the two. There where you're controlling a colonial marine with aliens going around the maze. You put your favourite one in the comment section below. Looks like I'm going to get off the first maze then by the looks of things. It's good that the fish are animated. That shows a little bit of skill. Good. That's going on a bit too long. Attracting all the dogs in the local vicinity. Oh dear, I'm surrounded. The maze looks identical unless there's any subtle changes I'm not getting. Actually, although it's not strictly a Pac-Man clone, my favourite sort of game like this on the ZX Spectrum is Beetle Mania. Have a look at that one if you get an opportunity. I've live streamed it a few times, but yeah, it's really cool, that one. This one's okay with a suffice, I wouldn't mind it on a tape. Didn't know about it in the day. So Pakacuda, it's the name, it's sort of like a cross between Pac-Man and Barracuda, I suppose, to give that watery theme. And because we are underwater, I guess that's why the maze didn't change colour from one to another. We'll see if we can do the second maze, but it doesn't look like it's going to change. Border is magenta, number 3 on the keyboard, and the rest is very, very blue. So would I have come back to this? It's never about expert gameplay, it's about how you see the game back in the day. It would have been enough there for you to want to go back. And I would have done, because it's fairly easy to understand. It's pretty basic, but it's the same thing over and over again. But it's the same that would potentially relax the mind. It's not overly difficult once you get used to it because of the speed of the fish compared to the ghosts. Well, not ghosts, the octopuses. But the thing that's going to catch you out is the up, down, left and right on certain junctures where you're fiddling about with the keys there to try and get purchase, and then the enemy can sort of like catch up. But it looks like they are programmed to follow you. They're not going randomly around the maze. They're all coming towards me, so you could round them up, keep going around in circles. Yeah, that's how you beat this game. Keep going around in circles, and the ghosts. Sorry, don't stop calling the ghosts. They're just going to follow you round. The ghosts in Pac-Man had different names. I don't know what these octopodes, let's say, have got. Frank, Mavis, Kelly, and Brian, or Mr. T. Oh, something I don't know. Random names. Yeah, I don't think the difficulty is ramping up. I like that walk gate. Animation isn't super smooth. You can see it just drawing it one by one by one. 4 ghosts. Maybe they could have done a 5th one. I don't know. 16k this was, but you can see what Horace and the Spiders did with 16k. We have 8 spiders on the web at the same time, so it could have been a little bit better. But early days, 1983. It's right in the sweet spot of my favourite era of gaming. The early 80s. Spectrum came out in 1982, so it wasn't too far in. So it's possible that some people might have had this, but there was an explosion of coders and gamers trying to get the best out of the computer. Obviously, you've got the arcade games that were to influence loads, the Space Invaders, Pac-Man in particular. And then you've got Defender, Space Panic as well. They influence a lot of these sort of like variants, and yeah, it's the gaming today is stronger for it. Give that bit of variety, but yeah, it's Pac-Man. You can't get away from that. Other Pac-Man games we looked at are Haunted Hedges as well. It's a bit of a 3D sort of thing going on, but there's quite a lot to choose from now that we've reviewed on the channel. If you want to see all the ZX Spectrum games we've ever reviewed, there's over 1,000 now, so good luck watching all of those. It's going to take you ages. You might have watched a few of them already, but if you want to watch them, to get to the playlist, you click on my username. That takes you to the channel page. Then click on the playlist tab at the top, unless YouTube have changed the way it's displayed. But you can see ZX Spectrum, along with speak properly, Nick, along with a load of other systems as well. It suffices this without being spectacular. It's okay for the era. It's doing Pac-Man well. It's changed the theme. It's underwater. I can't think of any other games that have done that in this like Pac-Man world, although it plays essentially the same sort of idea. The maze never changes from one to another. It might be going a little bit quicker, but if it is, it's very, very slow. Monster Muncher is another Pac-Man game. It uses a lot of the... They got the size of the sprites okay, so you've got a fairly big maze. It's not going to scroll anywhere. It's always going to be on one screen, so you can see exactly where you're going. Yeah, what about... I think the most advanced Pac-Man got on the ZX Spectrum was Pac-Mania, where it went all in 3D by Grand Slam Entertainments. If this went 3D as well, that'd be absolutely awesome, controlling a jumping fish. But, you know, I think this fish, if any fishing pond or anything to go by, I think after eating all this stuff, it would get really, really fat and stuck in one of these tunnels. So it doesn't work to that degree. Game over again, game over, big nose. I think I will have one last go. Maybe I'll put it on, see, novice, average and expert. Maybe I'll put it on expert this time. Maybe have a go doing that, see how far I get. Now I think it's on expert. I pressed E. I wasn't looking down properly. I was touch typing away. 48K is being played on, so in the description you'll see Pakacuda on the 48K, but it's designed for the 16K, so some people might comment on that. But the reason I put 48K is I will, you know, because I will. There's not too much more to say about this game, really. You've seen it already. You've seen a maze game. You might have known all that was to offer by the thumbnail right at the start. So thank you for watching this far in. If you have already, the aim is to review as much ZX Spectrum stuff as possible. As I say, we've got 1,000 under our belts. Here's to the next 1,000, and we're never going to run out because they keep writing them. Every Wednesday we do a mod or a homebrew. Most weeks unless we do a roundup vid. But yeah, that's how it's sort of like going. Bib. Right, okay. I don't think this is on expert, you know. I think I'm doing a bit too well. Maybe it is. Right, come on, fish. Eating fish. Right, I think I'm using my power pills, or in this case, electric eels, a bit too early. Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, Hungry Horace was a Pac-Man variant as well. A little bit flawed in the gameplay, but still considered a classic, in that one of the mazes is a bit tricky to get out when you're being chased by the park rangers. Right, okay, I think I might be able to do this. Just round the oh, that's close. See, this fish swims a lot quicker than those octopus. They're supposed to be very clever. These octopodes. Yes. Anyway, so we've got 4 fish up there. I think we'll be able to get those. I think. Will we? Oh, I didn't. I got kaboofed. Game over again. One last quick go. I don't know. Right, this is on expert last time. The last time I think I had it on the medium. This is definitely expert. You notice any difference? Maybe it's going slightly quicker, but it's not noticeably quicker, is it? Yeah, I don't think the computer AI differs too much between novice, medium, and expert. We'll soon find out. Anyway, good stuff. Thank you to the subscribers. Yeah, if you haven't already, please do so. And huge thank you to the members keeping it going. Time has been a big issue of late, but hopefully I'm getting it a little bit back now. These videos are made a bit in advance to try and buy me a bit of time further down the line. If you're in this live, if you're watching this live as they go up, this is on a Saturday. I reviewed another game as well called Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is a Defender clone. Have a look at that as well. Right, I think that one was modded in 1996 to have sound there, but have a look at that too. Show that some love. Well, it's game over, dude. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. A Pac-Man clone, fairly basic, but it does what it says on the tin and got a different theme. So it's acceptable without being memorable. So I hope you liked having a look at that game. As I say, that's Pakacuda on the zxspectrum 48K, designed for 16K, published by Rabbit Software in 1983, based on Pac-Man from NAMCO in the arcades in 1980. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.